Hello, good day, beautiful people. I am the Inspirational Lady Noble 365 Tarot. Welcome to my channel. I greatly appreciate you being here. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. I trust you love this vibe, and everything you need to know about me is in the description below. This is past, present, or future. You or someone around you. Oh, he'll take a resonance and leave the rest of the yarn to someone else. All right. This is a general read. This is not a personal read. If you like a personal read, check out the description below. I'll be happy to assist you with doing so. Remember that tarot is a tool. It's not the final word. It's a good idea to have an empty cup when you are on Lady Noble's channel. You really want to see what's up. Okay. Be sure to tell a family, friend, or foe, or to come on over and subscribe so they can be privy to these spiritual notifications. There is enough space in this place for everyone to be notified. Okay. Okay, collective. The message I'm getting is I didn't see that when I was with them. The message I'm getting is I didn't see that when I was with them. So there is something that you are doing, something you are involved in. Maybe there's an achievement you have. Maybe there's some changes you're working on. And there is someone who is saying, I didn't see that when I was with them. So someone could be accusing you of being fake, being phony, saying you're not real, you're not authentic. But they're constantly saying, I didn't see that when I was with them. Maybe they're having a conversation with someone about you, about when they were with you, whether this was a relationship or this could be a friendship, male or female. This could be two women, two men, a male or female, whatever your preference, all are welcome on this channel, okay? And so they could be constantly saying, well, I didn't see that. Maybe they're hearing about some kind of changes you've made in your life and they're like in disbelief, they're refusing to see that you have changed. So they're in like denial. This person is in denial. They don't want to acknowledge that you have changed. They don't want to support what you're doing, which I don't think you need them to anyway, because I'm picking up you don't even deal with this person. This is someone of your past, whether romantic or a friendship, okay? Or this could be a family member as well, okay? A sibling, any kind of family member. But I'm hearing I didn't see that when I was with them. So maybe someone could also be asking about you, maybe asking this person, hey, whatever happened to the collective? People could be asking about you and asking about you for positive reasons. And there are people who could have admired, how you carried yourself when they did know you or when they did have the opportunity and they were last in your presence. So they're asking about you, collective. And also there's something that you are doing. It could be on social media or not. It could be on the job, in your family, okay, in the community, in the church, something you're connected to, something you're doing. Maybe you're working in your community. Maybe you're working with the youth. Somebody's working with children, helping kids, some kind of empowerment organization where you're helping children of some kind of neighborhood, some kind of organization. There's something you're doing and it's very positive, whatever it is. And it's different from, I guess, no, it's different from the expectations or the rumors or slander that this person may have been passing around about you. So, because what's within us is always in us until we tap into it. So, these are gifts that you have innately. These are gifts that are part of your path. You could be walking in your purpose. You could be working on a passion project, but you're doing something where you're helping people. You're giving back. And people are loving what you do, okay? You could also be someone who feeds the homeless. You could maybe go and to surrounding, I'm getting restaurants, supermarkets, gas station stores, anyone who has food items to see if people want to donate or volunteer. You could be feeding the homeless. You could also be making like food baskets for families. You're giving back. You're helping people, whoever you are. Youth, senior citizens, people, okay? You could be a life coach as well. Maybe people confide in you or come to you, but there's someone that you no longer deal with, and they're just saying, I didn't see that when I was with them. And so maybe you're in the limelight. You could be in the limelight. People see you. You can be seen. You could have a flyer, a business card, a poster, a billboard. And the same person that's saying, I didn't see that when I was with them, someone has came to them and someone is admiring you, they're complimenting you, and they're pointing it out on their phone, on their laptop. This could be on TV. This could be something on the highway, a billboard on the highway, advertising your company, your brand, what you do. But whatever this is, it has this person like with a lemon on their tongue and salt. Like, I didn't see that when I was with them. So this person is like in denial because I'm seeing somebody put their hand up over their eyes. They know that you're doing well, they know that you are successful, but they do not want to acknowledge it. And why, I don't know. Maybe the cards are going to tell us, but this could be someone who maybe chose someone else over you. This could be someone who was maybe just not nice to you. Maybe they were handsy with you. Maybe they were unfaithful. Maybe this could also be someone who tried to humiliate you in front of people constantly to make you look as if you were beneath them. But it's turning out otherwise. Things have shifted, and where they thought you would be is not true. Where they thought you would be is not true. They are where they thought you would be. And it's all about a mindset because they have projected negative energy out to you, in the past, okay? Because they didn't simply separate from you and move on, because you can simply separate from a person, whether romantic or friendship, and just move on with your life. You don't have to gossip about them. You don't even have to be in topic discussions about them. You can just simply move on, okay? But this person is just very bitter and involved because they don't like this person. Now I'm hearing people. So it could be several people noticing you. You're in the limelight, whatever you do. And I see someone showing a flyer. You have an advertisement of something you do, something you connected to. I don't care if your picture ain't on it. Your name may be on it. Like so and so is a guest speaker or something like that. And they don't like it. They don't like it, baby. They expected you to be bitter, Meanwhile, you're somewhere getting a mani or pedi or shopping or living a good life, and they don't like it. They don't like the relaxation. They don't like the peace that they see, because the Four of Swords is relaxing and rejuvenating. And so maybe when they last saw you, maybe they thought you would be down for the count, and like a boxing ring, like 1, 2, 3, and you probably got up when the referee said 2. You got on up and got back to it. You didn't allow the circumstances of this connection to hinder you. You actually chose to move forward. Okay, it wasn't the end all be all. And what it is people that you are no longer dealing with, collective. They don't like that. It's making them angry, and that's pretty sad to even want to see someone miserable, without, or sad or depressed. Because when you want that, that's for someone, that's projection. And the fun fact about that is what you put out comes back. And so it looks like what they were wanting for you has came back to them. So this person is unhappy. So possibly if they did choose someone over you, that relationship is either not working out the way they thought it would be, or they're no longer with them. It's either or. It's not working out the way they thought it would be, or they're no longer with them. As a matter of fact, these people, this couple, could not even be intimate with each other, or they could just both be doing their own thing. The whole relationship could just be a mess, a bunch of mess going on, a lot of arguing, a lot of disagreements, where they both doing their own thing, but this is how they feel in this moment, okay? And it's self-inflicted. Spirit is saying that if they would spend less time, hoping and wishing to see you in this energy, and the way that they separated from you was very cruel. They tried to embarrass you and humiliate you as well. And what happened was you were very, I don't like humble, but we'll use it. I don't like the word humble, but you were very humble. You were non-retaliative. You did not retaliate. You could have done several things to this person, but you did not. And you may have grieved. You probably were sad for a moment, but you picked yourself back up, is what this person doesn't know. And you kept it moving. And when I say keep it moving, I'm not talking about just with dating. You healed. You gave yourself a moment to get over what happened between you and that person, and you dust yourself off and you try it again. Aaliyah, okay? And this person has not been in contact, but I'm picking up that they thought that you would be in this tower energy, because for a moment you were dealing with them for a long time. and you were allowing them to go back and forth into your life. This could be someone, collective, whom you allowed to have sexual activity with, and you allow them to go back and forth. It happens. It happens. You know it be going down. Okay, but all of a sudden you stop that. Okay, you could have also relocated as well. Okay, but you stopped allowing this person to go back and forth. You like, look, you chose who you chose, and I'm moving on. And so this cycle with this person is closed out. And this person could also be someone who's not even spiritual. You know, they don't know about having a connection. They don't know about being intuitive. And so you know, right now, collective, you're walking in your purpose, whoever I'm talking to, and you're over any experience that you've had with this person. This could also be someone, this is hilarious, who would always tell you, oh, you know, you'll always be mine. Now, I don't know whether this was doing sexual encounters, but this is someone, this person in this tower energy, is someone who used to chant to you, you know you'll always be mine. Okay? This could be on a regular basis, or maybe they used to text you this, email you this, or during sexual encounters. Okay? And so now that cycle is closed out, and you know, the chant, ooh wee, I'm hearing it, it was like a ritual. They continue to go back and forth, maybe because it was steamy in the bedroom between you two, lots of passion, lots of euphoria, lots of climaxing that you both enjoyed. Okay, all right, that is the goal of it. Okay, quit tripping. And you stop allowing that. And the moment you stop allowing that, the chanting that they would always say to you, you know, you'll always be mine, it dissipated. So it's like you dismantle their magic, you dismantle their ritual, because words are powerful. So whomever you are, if you have someone whom you used to get over, not for everybody, but for some of you who used to chant that, when I say chant in a soft voice, male or female, you know you'll always be mine. You know you'll always be mine. You know you'll always be mine. Male or female, you know. Yeah, you kind of dismantle. You dismantle their magic, their ritual. And they could have been chanting this not knowing what they were doing, or they could have. Doesn't matter what age you were when you were with this person. There are people who dabble into the magi at many different levels, ages, ethnicities. Don't get it twisted. You know, there are people who are connected to people who dabble and will go in a heartbeat and get a ritual or something to try to utilize against you, especially when it comes to the sexual side. So that's for somebody, not for everybody. But this person is not in a great space or place. That relationship that they were in, that person they chose, even if they married them, they're no longer together. Or if they are, it's a mess. It's a bunch of chaos. Okay? It's a bunch of chaos going on. Okay? They could just hate looking at each other. Okay? And you're somewhere, you know, just minding your business. You are not projecting any negative energy on this person. I'm picking up that you could have retaliated, but you chose not to. And so that is also assisting you in the glow up that you are having, male or female, the prosperity, the opportunities, the loving relationship, you know, the security, you know, the extended fleeting moments for somebody. All right, now. All right. Extended fleeting moments. Okay. Extended fleeting moments. Look here. Now that's some extended fleeting moments. I'm trying to let that marinate for a minute. Extended. Okay. The euphoria. Okay. They're talking about the euphoria. Okay. They're talking about the climax, if y'all don't know. Okay. Next. And so now they are privy to watching you celebrate and be celebrated. While they're steady chanting, instead of saying, you'll always be mine, they're chanting, I didn't see that when I was with them. Well, guess what? They didn't have to see it when they were with you, because now there are other people who see it. New people, new energy, new vibration. Okay. Without any sexual frustration, there are new people who see it and who are in support of you. So much so, like I said, someone is coming to this person and pointing out something you're connected to or you're involved in. And it's very positive. Look at these people rooting for you. They're chanting for you. They're, yay, collective, yay. Okay, whatever it is, they love what you do. You're very well respected. Okay. You are looked at as an empress, okay? You are an emperor, male or female, okay? And this is what has assisted you in getting to this point. Being diligent and being focused on yourself. As I said, you could have done a lot of things to this person when you first separated with them, but you chose not to. You know, you may have been sad, you may have been angry about it, but you took the L. Maybe you went and cried in the corner for a week, but after that, you was up, out, you know, raising the shades. You was back outside. You know, when I say back outside, I'm not speaking just partying. I'm talking about, healing, living your life, working on the things you want to experience. You know, if it was children, you focused on your children. You know, if it was schooling, you're focusing on that. Whatever it is that you wanted to build for yourself, but you chose not to focus on the ex. You chose to work on the next. The next exciting, wonderful opportunity of life. Okay. And so you could be in a relationship now, or you may still be single. Okay. Or you could be married. Okay. All right. But you surrender any impact of that past connection. It is gone. You are not angry. You are not bitter. And so this could be part of this person's karma, this friend, this associate. There's somebody that remembers you. I don't know. You could have a friend in common that still stays in contact with this ex, or there's somebody that this ex is still in contact with that remembers you. And whatever you're doing that is positive, or where these people are celebrating you and your business or brand is being advertised, something's being seen somewhere. That's part of their karma as well. Spirit is saying all this is part of their karma. The whole idea of them choosing this other person and now having this tower moment is part of their karma. The whole idea of a friend of theirs coming to them and just bragging on you, and I'm picking up this friend, it's like, they're doing great, they're doing fantastic. And did you see the speech they gave? And did you see the video? And did you see? And guess what else they're doing? They're doing wonderful things. It's that kind of energy. And it could be more than one person, and it's really making this person feel like they're beyond a tower. They're beyond a tower. They're probably throwing themselves up out of this tower. Like, will y'all stop coming to me and telling me? Will y'all stop coming to me and telling me about this? I ain't with them no more. That's long gone. That's old. That ain't real. That's fake. I didn't see that when I was with them. That's all I keep hearing. Meanwhile, you're like leadership, very confident, very successful, being celebrated. You're like, and you could not know this is even going on. I'm picking up clearly. You could not know, but it's nothing negative. It's none of your business how they feel. And, I mean, if they're going through something with whoever they chose over you, that's their business. Okay, evidently they chose right for themselves. Ha ha. But anyway, you could not know that this is going on, but it's just people celebrating you in your face and behind your back, saying nice things. They like what you are doing. You could be someone at the beginning stages of something. Maybe you feed the homeless. I picked that up too. And maybe you've only done it 2 or 3 times, and you could be saying, well, I'm at the beginning of it. I gotta get more donations. I gotta see if other people want to volunteer. And Spirit is saying for you to keep going. The help will arrive. The money will arrive. All that you desire and that is necessary for you to keep going and giving back, it will arrive. They could be hearing about that. People could be so grateful and thankful for you. Okay, thankful that you're feeding them, or you're giving them canned goods, or you're giving them information, or you're speaking to them. Whatever you're doing, you're teaching them. Okay. Yeah, but someone who you no longer deal with is very frustrated. I didn't see that when I was with them. But you know what? Before I go any further, you about to take this jump. You about to go real further. The whole idea of a person leaving a karmic situation, relationship, whether it's your man, friend, family, doesn't matter. And you're able to move past that. And you're able to heal from that. And you are able to transform your life into something positive. they're not supposed to see your future. They're not supposed to see the favor and the opportunities that are being prepared or being placed in your life. They're not supposed to see it. The ancestors in spirit, source, the divine know what they're doing. They're not going to reveal because they can see in spaces and places that we cannot ahead of time. There's more than what meets the eye. They're not going to let somebody like this see how gifted and abundant you're about to be because they know this person is someone who is going to fail you before the breakup even happened. They know that this person is going to choose somebody else before the breakup even happened. And it don't matter how many years it's been. The creator, your spirit team, knows what this person is going to do before it happened. You may not know here in the 3D, but they know. They're not going to allow this person to see your blessings and favor because what's for you is for you and what's for them is for them. It will be foolish of the creator to show a karmic or an enemy your blessings and favor because they would do what? Treat you like a meal ticket. So this experience with this person before you separated, it was part of your karmic contract. But it was also part of their karmic contract, unbeknownst to them. And they failed it. They could have chose this other person over materialism or being financially insecure. Financially insecure. They say women do it. I think both parties do it. Let's talk about it. 444. Let's talk about it. So this person could have made a choice being concerned over the present moment. Maybe this person had more finances or financial connections, and maybe they were concerned about their well-being, but it doesn't make it right. It doesn't make it right. Even if they were single in that opportunity, if you're going to choose somebody, choose them for the right reasons. You know, it could be many reasons why they chose this other person, but it was meant. They're not going to show a karmic or someone they know who isn't worthy of the path and mission that you're going on. Now, this person would have stayed with you and been right, because I'm also picking up this person could have been a heavy cheater, like lots of encounters. And like everybody knew it when you were with this person and you were dedicated to this person. You're very patient. Maybe you trusted them, maybe you believed them, but you were very faithful to them. You were very dedicated. You were very honest to them, with them or to them. Did I say that right? But yeah, but the divine is not about to show no karmic or somebody who's not interested, your future blessings. That ain't how that worked. That's why you didn't see it when you was with them. You weren't supposed to see it. You ain't part of this ride. You ain't put in on this. My brother, you got to get your own. You ain't put in on this, man. 444 again. You ain't put in on this blessing. The divine said, this ain't for you. This ain't for you. You weren't supposed to see it. It was a test and you failed. Maybe you'll get it next lifetime. You failed. It was all a test. A real friend is someone who's there with you through the ups and the downs. Family is someone who's there with you and for you through the ups and the downs. Who's always supportive. Who's always supportive. Who's always supportive. 1 second. but someone who is always supportive, and I'm picking that up. You were faithful to this person. You were actually faithful, but they was out here doing their tizane. Ah, yeah, you're not supposed to see it. I didn't see that when I was with them. Foolishness. But you continue to take those leaps of faith. You continue to stay enthusiastic about life. You didn't allow the situation or circumstances to hinder you. You didn't blame anyone. It may have hurt you for a moment, but you overcame it. Wonderful. Wonderful. And it took time, but you did it. You did it. Yeah, we all are put through tests, many of them throughout our entire life. The test will not stop. We're going to be put through a lot of them. But real friends, real love and family, they stick around. They don't jump ship. They ain't gonna jump ship. Pimping. Oh, you passed the test and they failed. It's obvious, but you never retaliated against this person. You never wished them any harm. And I'm also picking up, they could have also had family members who were trying to be against you or maybe tell them not to be with you as well. You tolerated a lot. You endured a lot because you really cared about this person. And then I'm also picking up, how am I going to say this? That this person actually chose someone else collective because they wanted to forget about something about their past. And it's not something that you done to them. I guess you would remind them of where they come from. I don't know whether it's the neighborhood or, 1 second. It could have been the neighborhood that you were from. Maybe you're from the same neighborhood. Maybe you went to school with them. Maybe your family got something in common with each other. But one of the additional reasons, financial security, but also I'm trying to get this to you. Spirit is saying they wanted to forget about who they are. Meaning they recognize that there were some things going on with them personally that had nothing to do with you. They recognized that they had shadow work and healing work to do. They recognized that they had trauma from their childhood or from their upbringing. They recognized that. But they were running so much from doing the shadow work, from doing the healing from the trauma or the negative impact that they experienced, that is also an additional reason why they chose the person and took the steps that they have taken against you. You've had your moment, but you're over it. You're over it, and you're doing wonderful. You're doing wonderful. So this concludes the read. Later.